that as he may relish most, if, indeed, there is anything in it which may suit his palate. I have also been operated on by another consideration. It is this. I know that, obscure as I am, my name is making considerable deal of fuss in the world. I can't tell why it is, nor in what it is to end. Go where I will, everybody seems anxious to get a peep at me, and it would be hard to tell which would have the advantage, if I and the government and Black Hawk and a great eternal big caravan of wild varmints were all to be showed at the same time in 4 different parts of any of the big cities in the nation. I am not so sure that I shouldn't get the most custom of any of the crew. There must, therefore, be something in me or about me that attracts attention, which is even mysterious to myself. I can't understand it, and I therefore put all the facts down, leaving the reader free to take his choice of them. On the subject of my style, it is bad enough, in all conscience, to please critics, if that is what they are after. They are a sort of vermin, though, that I shan't even so much as stop to brush off. If they want to work on my book, just let them go ahead. And after they are done, they had better blot out all their criticisms than to know what opinion I would express of them, and by what sort of a curious name I would call them, if I was standing near them and looking over their shoulders. They will, at most, have only their trouble for their pay. But I rather expect I shall have them on my side. But I don't know of anything in my book to be criticized on by honorable men. Is it on my spelling? That's not my trade. Is it on my grammar? I hadn't time to learn it, and make no pretensions to it. Is it on the order and arrangement of my book? I never wrote one before, and never read very many, and, of course, know mighty little about that. Will it be on the authorship of the book? This I claim, and I'll hang on to it like a wax plaster. The whole book is my own, and every sentiment and sentence in it. I would not be such a fool or knave either as to deny that I have had it hastily run over by a friend or so, and that some little alterations have been made in the spelling and grammar. And I am not so sure that it is not the worse of even that, for I despise this way of spelling contrary to nature. And as for grammar, it's pretty much a thing of nothing at last, after all the fuss that's been made about it. In some places I wouldn't suffer either the spelling or grammar or anything else to be touched, and therefore it will be found in my own way. But if anybody complains that I have had it looked over, I can only say to him, her, them, as the case may be, that while critics were learning grammar and learning to spell, I and Dr. Jackson, LL.D., were fighting in the wars. And if our books and messages and proclamations and cabinet writings and so forth and so on should need a little looking over and a little correcting of the spelling and the grammar to make them fit for use, it's just nobody's business. Big men have more important matters to attend to than crossing their T's and dotting their I's and such like small things. But the government's name is to the proclamation, and my name's to the book. And if I didn't write the book, the government didn't write the proclamation, which no man dares to deny. But just read it for yourself, and my ears for a heel tap if before you get through you don't say, with many a good-natured smile and hearty laugh, "This is truly the very thing itself, the exact image of its author." David Crockett, Washington City, February 1st, 1834. Chapter 1. As the public seem to feel some interest in the history of an individual so humble as I am, and as that history can be so well known to no person living as to myself, I have, after so long a time, and under many pressing solicitations from my friends and acquaintances, at last determined to put my own hand to it, and lay before the world a narrative on which they may at least rely as being true. And seeking no ornament or coloring for a plain, simple tale of truth, I throw aside all hypocritical and fawning apologies, and, according to my own maxim, just go ahead.